What's up, guys? Staying here from Rocky Creek. Welcome back to the homestead. And yes, I got glasses on. These aren't my normal glasses I wear most days. These are my thick frame glasses, and when I do stuff outside, I'll wear them once in a while because they can take more of a beating. But I feel like I look like a fool, kind of like that old Vaughn guy from the movie Major League. But anyways, I got glasses on because many of you that have been following us on social media may have known we've been gone for a long time because we've been just battling sicknesses on and off. Pretty much starting about a month and a half ago, both the kids got sick. They got better just long enough for us to get through Madison's birthday party, which went well. And then we had about a week of reprieve. I had a wrestling tournament because we're in the midst of our wrestling season right now, where I've been coaching for a long time. And then we got sick again. And then we got better. And then we got probably the worst of our sicknesses about a day before Thanksgiving. And we ended up where Griffin now has had a fever of, he's been as high as 104 for about the last 5 days. But the crazy thing about that kid is no matter how sick he is, it really takes darn near 104 temperature for him to really start to just kind of look tired or seem quiet. But otherwise, he could be at 102, closing on 103, still running wide open. So I guess if anything, we're thankful that he's not a whiny sick kid. Madison got sick, she was throwing up. And so we just stayed at home for Thanksgiving. We didn't go see anybody. And so with all the sicknesses, work, the busyness of wrestling, everything, it's been extremely hard, not only to film, but even to get stuff done on the homestead in general. But if you can see behind me, I don't know if you can see it or not, the rabbit hutch is gone. We've still done some stuff, so today we're not going to really teach or talk about anything important. I'm just going to kind of share with you some stuff that I've been able to get done since we were last together, so you can be up to speed, and in hopes that maybe next week we can start filming like normal again. So come on, let's show you some stuff that we've been able to do and a few little updates. It's not a whole lot, but we'll catch you up to speed. So as you guys know, been with us, right here is where the rabbit hutch used to be. And I wanted to clear this out because I wanted to use this space for something else in the future. And what I ended up doing to simplify my morning chores is we moved the rabbit hutch down there at the chicken area. And that was Madison's birthday present, a trampoline. Why is it down there? Well, it's the only flat place I have that was gonna be big enough. And I thought she'd like being able to jump with her friends while looking at her rabbits and her chickens. So let's go down here and talk about why we did this movement down here. All right, so we moved the rabbits down here because it makes my morning chores a lot easier. Now I only really have 2 stops, down here and where the pigs are. So I have all the chickens feed down there and some of the pig feed. And then the rabbits feed I've put right here. And then over here on this side, we're just keeping a lot of our extra pens and whatnot. But another reason why is eventually I want to transition from this to some kind of an outdoor area where they can actually run around on the ground. And I'm trying to brainstorm the idea, but my thought process is I will tie into the fence where the chickens are here, and along with probably either this post or there's another post right behind the building here, and do a fenced in area that comes out this way, and maybe be able to give the rabbits an opportunity to spend some time on the ground. But I'm not sure yet, we're brainstorming. But in terms of morning chores, this has been a whole lot easier of a setup, having them right down here and everybody in one spot. Now I have a little bit of an update on the chickens, not a whole lot though. The mulch has been spread throughout, it's now covered in leaves, and they're liking that quite a bit. And if you notice, you may see his little head there, but we have one of our newer Q-tips is in there, and I'll talk here in a minute about why. But it's a cold, windy day, so all the chickens are inside of here. So as you can see, everybody's hanging out in here. What's up, Mr. Goose? How you been doing? Everybody said they missed you, Mr. Goose. Yeah? So Goose is pretty chill because Goose isn't super defensive of the big chickens here. All the little chickens are underneath the actual coop right now. They like to go underneath there during the day. They're still small enough. So if I get near them, Goose don't want nothing with it. But with these guys, not as aggressive. I don't see the others, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be under here. Yep, there they are. They're all hiding out under the coop. The new birds really like to go under the coop during the day, especially whenever they get spooked or whatnot. But they go into the coop at night, no problem, so that's not been no issue. But let's show you why this one Q-tip's in here by itself. So this fella here is not the original Q-tip. But if you notice on the top of its head, it's got a raw spot. Well, we started noticing that it was bleeding from its head, and so I grabbed it to check on it because I figured some of the chickens were giving it a hard time. And when I started looking closer, I'm pretty sure I determined that this is not a pullet, although it was purchased as a pullet. I believe this is going to be a rooster. The head feathers are a lot more skinnier and much longer than the other Polish chickens that we have, and also I believe it's getting early stages of some saddle feather development. I haven't heard it crow at all, but I'm guessing that maybe Bruce, figuring out that it's a rooster, may have been getting too physical on him. I haven't personally seen him get attacked, but definitely his head was bad shape, but it is healing. So I've got him isolated into this area and closing him up at night till he can finish healing, but I'm very certain he's gonna be a rooster. So we'll head up over to the pigs. There's really not been a whole lot of updates with the pigs. Really the only thing we've been working on a little bit is I have started just a little bit of adding the wall boards to Big Mama's house, and once we get her shelter done and we get all the mulch moved into here, because we just got a whole bunch more of it, then at that point I'm gonna try to put Olivia in with Big Mama, but we'll kind of show you some progress that we've been making. What are you doing, Big Mama? Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. This bear hot wire is still doing its job. We've not had any more issues with the bear attack since running the hot wire. Madison accidentally touched it the other day. And they go, hey, y'all being too loud. It's not time to eat. Look at how much these guys are growing though. They're getting big. I hear you. Hey. Hey, hey, don't be so loud. Come here. Hi, how are y'all? Good to see y'all. As the temperatures get low, I love how much their fur thickens up for the winter time. They look so fluffy and it becomes so much softer. And so I really enjoy coming out here and petting these guys a little more when it gets like that. Y'all thirsty? Yeah? So I was talking about working on the walls, the hard wall cover. You can see on Big Mama's house, I've gotten the one wall done. I still got to do the other three sides. We had a really cold spell come in the other weekend where we had lows down in the teens, high winds, it was cold. So I picked up some cheap tarps and ran a tarp around on the side, and I'm just putting the boards over top of the tarp. I figure it's just going to be extra wind block for them. So I didn't even take them off. I left them on there and attaching the boards directly over top of it. And then we did the same thing for the piglets. You can probably see we did all three sides. We covered it up with tarps to give them a wind block, and they did just fine in those really cold temperatures. So I know some people have asked me recently of how the coonies do in the cold, and we're not as cold as a lot of climates, but we will have about a month or two stretch that stays within freezing. And these guys, as long as you got a three-sided structure with a wind block and some straw, they'll be just fine. Did you have a little bit of an itch? Did you have a little bit of a booty itch? Yeah. May, how you doing, boy? Hey, Olivia. How are y'all? I don't have nothing for you guys. I just want everybody to get to see that you're doing fine. I know y'all think I'm here to feed, but we're not. We ate this morning. We're just here to give everybody an update. So as I was saying, not a whole lot of new with the pigs. Really at this point, we just need to get that structure done before the bulk of winter comes, get Olivia moved in here with them. And then if I have enough fence pickets, I need to get the piglets structure done as well with some solid sides. And I'm waiting to find out if I can get a hold of my friend's tractor again, because fortunately I talked about we need to get some wood chips added into the pigs area, because all of the wood chips we got last time we mostly used for the chickens and for some other areas I needed to do. And thankfully it was a huge blessing, but the people who brought me the wood chips before brought me a whole nother big stack, and hopefully it'll be enough to cover all 3 of those pig pens really good, and not only give them a nice layer of soft bedding, but it'll also help cover up a lot of those hard rocks that they have to deal with all the time. But you can see I got me this good nice little pile here. If you notice, here on the left is a bit darker. What I've been doing is the left bit here is what I've been leaving. It's the oldest, and I'm letting that really break down. That's what I've been putting the chicken carcasses from when I process into there, food scraps, and then this is the newer stuff. And the newer stuff I will use for the animals, and then I'm going to keep a constant pile here of a composting pile, if you will, and let that keep breaking down for use in the garden. But as you can see, the garden is pretty much a desert. It's all dead, worn out, done with. So I really need to try to find some time to get in here and get all this pulled out. And I'm actually going to remove most of the cover this year so we can go ahead and get a good till in this year. First, I want to say thank you to all of you who have reached out and checked on us. You know, we were probably about a month and a half since the last time we put anything up, which is way longer than what we have ever had. You know, we've gone about 3 weeks or so because of busyness in life, but this was by far the longest. And some of you reached out because of either my job in law enforcement and worried about something with that, or also a lot of you know people all over the place are getting sick much faster this year than what we've seen. And I don't know what the reason is for that. There's a lot of speculation, but nonetheless, it is what it is, and we're going to deal with it. And so some people just want to make sure we were okay. So I do thank you all that reached out to us, that expressed your concerns, and we are fine. We don't have anything major going on. It's just the constant either sinus type stuff, stomach issues, whatever it may be, and we're just kind of getting it to and from. You know, I work in law enforcement, deal with a lot of people, also coach at a school, so I'm around a ton of kids. My wife being a school teacher, around a ton of kids. And then of course both of our children either in daycare and or school. You know, we're just around a lot of people, and this is sometimes just what happens. I'm just telling myself hopefully we're getting it all out of the way now, and so hopefully by Christmas time we're going to have some immune systems that are rock solid. But if I can just get this pink eye to go away, as to why I'm having to wear the glasses that I think I got from my son, I'll be much happier. But nonetheless, guys, I hope to be back with you all like normal really soon. There's a ton of projects I want to get done this fall and winter. I've really wanted to make it my cleanup time and to get some last minute projects done so that I'm at a clean slate when the springtime comes. And also, we're going to probably get to work in the kitchen some more again soon. Anytime the weather's bad, getting to work in the kitchen is always a good time. And some of you have asked me to do more cooking videos. I do really enjoy cooking, but it's not something that I really thought people would like a lot of, but some of you have been asking for that here recently, so maybe I'll try to do some of that as well. So guys, I know this isn't a very exciting video. It's really just a run-of-the-mill walk around and here's what's new. And I know that's probably not the greatest thing for you, or maybe some of you like it. But I didn't want to go much longer without providing you an update. So if anything, I appreciate you coming along. We appreciate your patience and continued support. Please, if you don't mind, just pray for the family that all this sickness will go along pretty quickly and we can get back to normal here very soon. If anything, it has been a blessing that we've had a 4-day weekend off because of the holiday, and hopefully we can be good to go by the start of next week. So guys, we appreciate y'all. Hope everybody's being safe and healthy. We hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you here very soon on our next episode. Thanks, guys.